What's poppin', YouTube? What's going on? We'll just do a quick video here. I know quick is never quick, but I'm gonna do it quick. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope everyone's out there trading, living the dream. So here's SPY, which, again, I know I streamed last week. I think right here we haven't had much to report, essentially. If we go to the daily chart, we're still making lower highs. We did put in a higher low here and one here. As you can see on the 1 hour, here and here are the lows. So that's a start for a trend, but a lot of the shit is just not there yet. I mean, you got the MACD trying to cross up. Is it going to cross up and go? We got the momentum, weakening, so to speak. There is some red and yellow here, but yellow, shorter bar. So that is kind of good for some momentum there. And then if we look at the other indicators, this is still red. It hasn't turned blue. It tried to flip blue there quickly and then did not, and then here again. So it's like buyers are wanting to buy. They just need a reason, and they kind of got it, but we just need some follow through, essentially. So yeah, this is still not a buy signal. This is going from one regime to the next, which is good to go to like a different, I think, bear quiet regime here. Is this one. This is something I'm just trying to see if I'm going to use or not, to see if it gives me any context on top of the main indicators I use, which everybody uses, the RSI, moving averages, and then the MACD or what have you as well. But this is just some other, indicator I'm trying from, Christy at Macro Ops, which is another people I've followed for years and, chat with her and then. But anyways, and then we have the RSI getting above the yellow line and then putting in a higher low. But it's still at this 50 line, which, look, what happened last time it got to the 50 line? It rolled over. What happened last time? It didn't even get to the 50 line. It rolled over. Price. See? Roll over. Boom. Got here again. Roll over. So if it gets above this 50 line and then put in a higher low, that's going to be another bullish signal. So SPY, again, I've been buying long shit. I've been swinging futures in and out, or day trading, intraday trading, all past 2 weeks. Today was a lighter day, of course, on volume, and we didn't have much volatility. We didn't get a 300 fucking point move in, SPY, for example, or ES in 5 minutes or 15 minutes. So again, we have high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So the trend is still down, but obviously where you make the most money is getting in at the trend reversal. And sometimes it takes a few tries. You got to stop out or what have you and pick it back up. But again, it's still kind of no man's land. So I'm not doing any loading the boat on shit yet. But I am, putting longs. But I'll have no problem going short at market anything with options on futures, or of course, SPY, QQQ puts as needed, or, the other ones, FAG7, SMH, what have you. The weakest link is the one I'll be shorting if we get to that point. So, of course, we also cover the main players, which is NVDA and Tesla. So NVDA, same as kind of like SPY, where it's just making lower highs. And it has not made a new high yet. It did make a higher low here. I guess there's a high here it kind of made, but again, very choppy. And then if we look at the indicators on this bad boy, they did turn blue, which again, of course, this will be a leader. And then this did put in a higher low, but again, it's still struggling at that 50 line on the RSI. This turned blue again, so that is kind of the start. The MACD did cross on NVDA versus SPY. But again, obviously it's higher beta or what have you, so it's going to move higher further or lower further relative to an index. So the momentum is weakening as well, or improving, whatever you want to call it. The weakness is weakening of the momentum. It's getting stronger. We don't have any teal bars yet. We do want the teal bars. We do got the cross. So again, this one's a little closer. Let me remove this guy, Tim Knight. Sometimes he's cool. Sometimes he pisses me off. Alrighty, here we go. So yeah, but it's not out of the woods. This little ticker could easily roll over to 80 again or I mean, below 80. NVDA. So again, it's not out of the woods yet. It could easily get 50, and that'll be like a generational buying opportunity, like I have labeled here. And if this keeps making this downtrend, it could possibly stop at 70s or 75s right in here. If that fails, then yeah, it shouldn't get under here, which is 50. If so, fucking zombie apocalypse. But this would be a generational excellent buying opportunity to buy and hold for, very long, many years. And last but not least, let's get to Tesla. I said quick video. Tesla is trying to rip, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, we got this downtrend line it's holding. It is trying to go below that. Tim Waltz, where you at, pussy? Where's your fucking shorts? He must have got squeezed out. Fucking pleb. But anyways, we'll see what we're gonna happen here with the fucking never-ending Trump fucking tariff bullshit, which it's needed. These countries all do backdoor deals. They all fuck each other over, and America fucks over a lot of people. So I don't feel bad for us. But hopefully they can all come to an agreement and fairness. But Tesla, see what Tesla's doing here is kind of like a flag, rounded bottom. But again, it's inside this, range or what have you. So it's not as strong as a signal. But if you look right here, if you've seen me and followed me, I trade off fibs. Here's another example of the fib holding. So for a nice, risk reward trade on Tesla, a person could come in here and buy above this high or trend line, stop out above this red line, and have all this upside. And that's exactly how I'm playing it. I'm long out of the money calls all up on here, ladder, different durations and strikes on Tesla. Again, I'm not loading the boat yet because it may or may not be ready yet. I don't fucking know. Until we get through this headline risk where, a fucking tweet can't move the markets 3% in 3 minutes, then you can put on more risk. So then I'm just like being very, very patient, which again comes with time, experience, cutting your teeth, losing fucking money. So anyways, that's Tesla. I don't like Tesla under 240. It starts to, lose its bullishness. And then under 220, it's fucking see ya. We can go to a weekly. And then, just like I said, the generational buying opportunity and NVDA would be at 50. This would be about 120 or even the 60 area. If that doesn't hold, would be the next two stops roughly on Tesla. So these trends could finish down. And obviously, if NVDA and Tesla were to shit the bed down far, we could bet our bottom fucking dollar SPY is going to be at 3,500, which would be right around this line right here. From October 2022, there's unfinished business. Or maybe we'll get down here. We have the 200 that may hold if we drop again, and we have the support. But again, if we get under 450 on SPY, then we're going to 400 or lower. Which again, if that were to happen, then that would mean NVIDIA is going to 80 or lower, and then Tesla's going to, it could maybe catch some bids at 150, but if not, we'll just call it 120 or 60, 75 handle on Tesla. So that's that. Not much to report. Again, when you're trading, I trade tons of markets, but nobody watches me. As much my breath stinks, I think. I haven't sucked the algorithms off or worked my angles, but again, I don't care. This helps me. If it helps others, great. It helps me digest my thoughts, have some accountability, skin in the game. Try to do some post-mortem here soon, do some trades as well that I, come back and do when I get a little bit more organization with this and time that I can be able to share ideas, follow up ideas, how I manage them, why I took the loss, how I took the win, what have you, which, I think a lot of people don't understand that or benefit from that, along with technical analysis, how to trade options, futures, derivatives, what have you, using the Greeks, etc., implied vols, whatever you fucking, want to call it. But anyway, so we'll see. So the biggest performer today was Palantir kicking ass. Second was MSTR. And then the strongest performing, index ETF, what have you here, was healthcare and then financials. So healthcare and financials carried. Tech was weak. So we'll see if that continues on. Financials did have some fucking earnings, so maybe they were good. I think JPM or Goldman Sachs reported. I can't remember. But anyways, all right, guys. Cheers. Have a great day. Peace.